Hey, it's Angry Weeb, and I'm back, guys. And today we're going to be going over the top 5 reasons IZUKU Midoriya will never surpass All Might. I know this video is going to ruffle a few feathers, but I don't give a shit. My Hero Academia has gone on long enough and deserves, objective criticism. And this shit needs to be said. And the facts point to All Might Toshinori Yagi being much superior with One for All than the 9th user of the quirk IZUKU Midoriya. So let's dive right into it. First, number 1, Midoriya is nowhere near as prodigial as All Might was at a young age. Now, what is a prodigy? I'm going to place this in the definition just so everyone can see, so we see what we're talking about. All Might was the first user of One for All to be able to use One for All at 100% and have full mastery over his abilities as soon as he received the power. This is prodigial. Gran Torino stated All Might's body was strong and he was able to use One for All with no drawbacks. So right off the bat, All Might is already doing things that IZUKU Midoriya has not done. Just based off of, we look at 15-year-old All Might and we look at 15-year-old IZUKU Midoriya. Clearly All Might is doing things that 15-year-old IZUKU Midoriya is not. So understand that Toshinori Yagi during his time at UA was also the top student, and while he was an active pro hero, remained the #1 hero in the symbol of peace. So All Might, in the manga, you notice that Hawks talks about Endeavor when he was fighting the Nomu, and how he noticed Endeavor was the only one that would try to chase All Might, that would try to be better than All Might. Endeavor was the only one that would even have the balls to try. So when you look at that, you already see that All Might has been the #1 hero for quite a while, probably since UA, since his student days. In the manga, you notice right after All Might was given One for All, his master went to fight All for One. Now the question becomes, and a lot of people ask this, why didn't All Might fight All for One with his master at 15 years old if he had 100% of One for All to use? Well, the simple answer is his master wanted him to have a normal life before he encountered All for One. She knew that his encounter with All for One would be likely life-changing and would change his life forever. So she wanted to at least give him a childhood before he encountered this villain. She also knew there was no guarantee both of them could defeat him together, as Toshinori Yagi was still very inexperienced with One for All. Even so, All Might is a prodigial user of One for All. Now, some IZUKU Midoriya fans will mention the quirk stockpiles power, and that is why Deku's version is more powerful, and that is why he damages himself when he uses his quirk. The only issue with that is it was already stated by All Might that Mirio, another student, if given One for All, will also be able to use the power of One for All at 100% with no issues. So IZUKU Midoriya lacks prodigial talent, and while not every main character needs this, it is one of the things hampering IZUKU Midoriya from surpassing All Might. The second thing is the support Deku has is greater than All Might's, but he has accomplished less. Deku has ton of support. Unlike All Might, who lost his master as soon as he was given One for All, IZUKU Midoriya had All Might, and he had Aizawa to guide him on his hero journey. All Might had very little support. It's interesting when you look at the movie Two Heroes. All Might's first partner, David Shield, was a quirkless guy with a race car that only drove around the My Hero verse and color coordinated All Might's underwear. His second partner is Sir Night Eye, who was a little bit better. He had a quirk, but 1, his power is not absolute, it can be changed, and 2, he has no combative abilities. So why in the hell was he even on the front lines on that mission to go and fight Overhaul? Yeah, that was dumb. So, and that's just with the writing. I don't even want to get into the writing. I just want to talk about IZUKU Midoriya and All Might. So both of All Might's partners, in my opinion, were highly underwhelming. All David Shield did was build All Might's costumes, and all Sir Night did was tell the future one time per day. Yeah, All Might had less support, but had truly accomplished more than IZUKU Midoriya. But Midoriya may never reach the level to where he can feel All Might's shoes and be the symbol of peace that All Might was. Number 3, All Might's feats surpassed IZUKU Deku's. All Might is the first and only user to have defeated All for One, not once but twice alone, that I might add. He also helped defeat a juiced up Wolfram from the movie Two Heroes. While Deku struggled with Muscular Shigaraki and used Eri to help him defeat Overhaul. The context of these battles must be analyzed closely, guys. First, I give Midoriya his fight with Muscular. It was a good one. He beat him, more or less by himself. But had Aizawa, Endeavor, and Gran Torino not been present when Shigaraki attacked Jakku City, they would have died. I mean, everyone would have died. Deku would not have beaten Shigaraki. And don't even get me started with him using that poor girl Eri to keep his body from being blown apart because he can't control One for All when he fought Overhaul. Izuku would not have been able to defeat Overhaul had Eri not helped him. Even Stain got jumped by Deku and the Goon Squad. When you analyze All Might and Deku's feats, you soon realize All Might's feats are more impressive and point towards him being the most powerful user of One for All. Number 4, All Might's durability is superior to IZUKU Midoriya's. All Might has super speed, super strength, super agility, and super durability. A lot of Midoriya fans are going to remind me of the numerous powers Izuku Deku has awoken, and while I enjoy watching him utilize those powers, they still do not make up for All Might's super durability. When you analyze the movie Two Heroes, you notice All Might saving David Shield, his first partner, from an exploding building. All Might had a little dirt on him, but he took 0 damage from that explosion. Midoriya is not built like that and does not possess the super durability All Might possesses. A lot of people believe Izuku destroyed his own body in his fight with Muscular, but don't forget, guys, Muscular had done quite a bit of damage to Midoriya before he had even attacked with his quirk, One for All. And then also, let's not forget when Deku fought Overhaul. He also sustained severe injuries that healed right up once Ares started using her quirk. It can be argued Ares is the sole reason Izuku Midoriya was able to defeat Overhaul. Now, last but not least is a prediction. And while I can be completely wrong based off of what transpired at the end of World Heroes mission, I can pretty much guess that IZUKU Midoriya will not be able to beat All for One alone. And this is the 5th reason. The 5th reason is this prediction. I'm not going to completely spoil the movie for you guys, but I'm going to spoil it a little bit. To defeat 9, IZUKU Midoriya shares One for All's power with Bakudo, and they jump the shit out of the main antagonist 9 within the movie World Heroes mission. You can see some of the things I'm saying by looking at Deku's previous battles. Stain, Todoroki, Deku, and Bakudo and Illidia all jumped the shit out of Stain. Shigaraki got jumped by every pro hero in Japan. Overhaul, Deku was assisted by Ares. Every high-level villain besides Muscular Deku has ever encountered has needed some assistance. He's needed some type of assistance. So that leads me to believe Izuku Midoriya, Bakudo, and Todoroki will probably jump the hell out of All for One by giving each one of them All for One. I mean, they're going to use each one. Deku's going to give each Bakudo and Todoroki All for One. And then they're going to jump One for All. And I mean, the fight's going to be dope. I believe the fight's going to be dope. I believe the animation is going to be on top. But it just means Izuku Midoriya may never surpass Prime All Might. Izuku Midoriya is a powerful hero, and his intelligence and tact in battle far surpass any of the previous users. In fact, all of the previous users except for one other fought all for one, and at a constant war with him, and had less power than him. So, we have to look at it objectively. IZUKU Midoriya may be the second most powerful user of all for one for all right now, but he's not better than All Might. So Deku is fortunate he has more support, more powerful allies than the previous user of One for All, who is currently still alive, unlike All Might, whose master died as soon as he received the power. Deku maintained that mentorship that All Might never had when he had One for All. And so as it stands, Midoriya Deku may never surpass the symbol of peace, the 8th user, Yagi. This is Angry Weeb, and I'm out. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that comment section below, guys.